Good morning. I know I'm here just a few minutes early, but I have an early client today, so I just wanted to pop on here just a little bit quicker. So hold on a second. Let me pull up everything on my phone and make sure it's all working. So hold on a second. What's going on here? Am I in the right place? Yes. Hmm. So it says I'm live. So let me go back. So as you get here, make sure you say hello and let me know that you're here. All right, let me try this again. Mhm. Ah, there it is. Perfect. All right. Now, um, all right. All right. So here we are this morning. This is Tuesday morning. I don't know how it is on your part of the world, but yesterday was the eclipse. I really didn't get to see it other than pictures. I was busy doing things and I didn't get any of the glasses. So I didn't get to see it in person. Um, and I'm okay with that because I did talk to a lot of people that got to see it and, you know, saw a lot of pictures. So that's enough, right? And so it sounds like I'm trying to convince myself, right? Because all of a sudden, yesterday afternoon, I realized, well, it's not going to happen again for 1,000 years. I ain't going to be here for that one. So it is what it is, right? So, like I said, good morning. Let me know when you get here. And since I have an early client today, I'm going to have to be a little bit quicker on all of this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share today's affirmation. And just a reminder, April is our month of magic. So people have been doing so well about going in and posting some of the magic that's happening for them. And so I'm so appreciative of it. And I know everybody else is as well. Because the thing that happens is when you go in and you share, you're not only affecting your magic, but you're helping everybody else have more magic too. And isn't that beautiful to think that every time you share about your magic, you open up the possibilities for more magic for others? Pretty damn good, I believe. All right, so let me get to the affirmation today. All right, so our affirmation for today is I see magic in the laughter of friends, the kindness of strangers, and the serenity of nature. And I shared a YouTube video the other day of the laughter on the subway, and but how that can just kind of it makes everybody laugh and it raises the vibration of the whole subway car, right? It actually, in technically, it actually raises the vibration of the world. I don't know if you're aware that there's a study that has been done. I don't know who the elusive they are. I can't remember. However, they did this study where Tibetan monks would go out and they would meditate for the whole purpose of healing the world and calming things. And when they did that, the places that they were meditating on were the level of violence went down, crimes went down, and it was all in conjunction with this meditation that they were doing. So you can see, and now they were nowhere near the locations that they were measuring, but their vibration of what they were doing actually did affect that area. And they've done this study several times, and it is amazing how there's a difference in an area just because that's taking place. So when you think about it, every time you're sharing the magic that's going on in your life, then you're actually raising the vibration of the people around you, the group, um, and the world. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So when you think about the magic, the laughter of friends, I mean, oh, isn't it just delicious to sit around with friends and laugh and joke and just have a good time? It just makes the everything feel good, right? And then the kindness of strangers. You go out somewhere and some stranger is um, kind to you just by being nice and having a chat. Maybe you drop something and they help you, whatever it may be. The kindness of strangers is so, it lets you see that the world is a good place if you focus on that, right? And being out in nature, oof, that's one of my favorite things because, and I had a person on my podcast yesterday that I did a recording with, and one of the things that she talked about was, hugging trees and all of that. And so I love sometimes going out and giving the tree a good hug and, just getting centered and grounded in a place. Good morning, Raina. I see you there. Make sure you say hello in the comments. And but just, being out in nature is just so amazing with how it can change your feelings about whatever might be going on. And it actually gives you clarity because when I have a time where I feel like almost like I'm struggling to come up with an idea or to something's bothering me and I'm trying to figure out what's the solution or whatever, I can go outside and stand. I can sit outside, I can go for a walk, or just being outside a lot of times. And sometimes it's that you're breaking the spot that you are so that you're able to think a little bit differently. But it's being in nature, man, it is so amazing. And so, like yesterday, I took the time a couple of times to go sit out on my deck, and I have the wind chimes out there, and I had my a snack out there, I had my dinner out there, and it just gave me this peace. And I've said before that when I go walking, most of the time, well, I always have my phone with me just because, it's kind of attached to me, right? But when I go walking and some kind of idea comes to me, I pull my phone out and I put it in my notes. Good morning, Norma Jean. And so I put that in my notes so that I'll have it for later because if I wait till I get back to write something down or whatever, I don't really remember it. And so it's like when you get out in nature, it just opens things up. So if you're in a place in your life or in the day, I know for a lot of us it's morning time. Some people it may not be. Like yesterday, one of the interesting thing was the person that I had. I was recording my podcast, and she was from Australia. So it was what time? I can't remember what time we were on. It was like, what time was it? It was like 7 o'clock last night, right? And for her, it was, I think, 6 p.m. the next day. So she was in Tuesday and I was in Monday. And it just, it just felt really strange to realize that, we're both on the camera at the same time. We're talking, it's the same time, but for her, it's the next day. And so it's really interesting when you can just kind of separate from things and just relax and let things be, right? And look for the magic because remember, we've talked about this. Magic is all around us. And when we focus on it, it shows up. We see it because the thing is, it's kind of like, I mentioned before, I have a Prius. And before I bought the Prius, I hardly ever saw them. If I did, I didn't even pay attention. And then after I got the Prius, they were everywhere. I saw them everywhere I went. And that's kind of what happens with the magic. When we're focused on it, that's what we're looking for this month. We're going to see so much. Good morning, Joanna. Make sure you pop into the comments and say hello. And, it is so freeing to be looking for the magic in the world and finding it, right? So remember, look for it. So the affirmation today is I see, not I will see, or I will notice, or I'll be aware. It's I see magic in the laughter of friends, the kindness of strangers, and the serenity of nature. Those things are magic. Now, let's say you have a stranger is nice to you when you go to the store and you and your friends laugh and you get out in nature. Man, that's a trifecta of magic in one day, right? So who knows? And let me share a little magic thing, and it may not sound like magic to you, but yesterday I had a client. I don't normally do salon clients on Monday, but my week last week was so busy that this particular client could not get in any day that I had, and so I opened up on Monday for her to come in, and so I was thinking. I sat out on the patio as I was waiting for her to get here, and I noticed that the I had a basket on a shepherd's hook with some flowers in it, and that died, right? And I hadn't thrown it away yet. And I went and threw it away, and I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if I just had a client that showed up and brought me a basket of flowers? And so I even shared that with my sister and my niece, and wouldn't it, I made that statement. And then I said, wouldn't it be funny if she showed up and she had flowers? And they said, yeah, that would be funny. Well, she didn't show up with flowers, but what she did, which shows that there is still magic there, is that she tipped me extra money for opening up just for her in the salon, and it's the exact amount that I needed for going and buying this basket of flowers that I want. So she didn't bring me the flowers, but she handed me the money, and she had already paid and tipped me, right? And then before she left, she pulled out some money and she handed it to me. She said, because I appreciate so much you doing this on your day off. This is for you. And so I shared with her that it was the exact amount that I needed to get this basket, and that's what I really wanted to do. And so it was just like that to me was magic because, and who knows if I hadn't put that out there, she might have still given it to me. I don't know. But maybe it's the magic of me putting that thought out there that I wanted someone to gift me this basket of flowers. And so I'm going to go this week. I don't know what day. It depends on the time that I have allowed. But I'm going to go and I'm going to get the most beautiful basket of flowers that I can hang outside on that shepherd's hook with so many beautiful colors, and that it just makes me joyful to see it. I'm going to be putting that out there today. Thanks to me putting that thought out and her delivering, right? And so that's magic. So when you think about the magic in your day yesterday, is there anything that comes up? Anything that just pops in, and it may not be something as strange as that, but is there something magical that happened in your life that you'd like to share? So if you would put that in the comments, or just say I had magic yesterday. You don't have to share it if you don't want to, because we are all in control of what we do, and you don't have to share your innermost thoughts if you don't want. You don't have to share the actual gift that the universe gave you, that God gave you. You don't have to share that if you don't want to. But if you would just put, yes, I received some magic yesterday, or yes, I noticed magic yesterday. And sometimes to me, magic could be that you're going somewhere in your car and it seems like you hit all the green lights. Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to get there in no time because all the lights turned green. And to me, that feels like magic. And, and some people will see that and they just say, oh, look, how lucky am I? But, it's not luck, it's magic. It's the things that we notice and we produce through our vibration, right? Through noticing. All right, so let me go ahead and get to the journal prompt. Let me see if I can get it in here. There we go. All right, so the journal prompt is think about let's see. The eclipse was magic, and also I got my work schedule changed so I don't have to ride an unsafe bus. Yes, yes. And I believe that's Norma Jean. So thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. Let me just share that real quick. That's amazing. Yes. The eclipse was magic, and also I got my work schedule changed so I don't have to ride an unsafe bus. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way to see the magic. Beautiful. I love it. All right. So now let's get back to the journal prompt. Think about a recent act of kindness you observed or received. How did it highlight the beauty of the human condition? Ah, well, thank you for sharing, Raina. Yes. I had some magic yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So with the kindness from strangers, ooh, I love it. I love it. So remember, so this one is really for you, Raina. Think about a recent act of kindness you observed or received, and how did it highlight the beauty of human connection? And I can't remember. It's been a bit, but I saw a woman in a store. Hold on a second. Neighbors and let me just highlight this. Let's see. Neighbors invited me and my mom over to their house, and we sat out on the lawn and had beers and watched the eclipse and made new friends. Ooh, I love it. Yes. See, focusing on magic. So, like I said, you're going to be really surprised as the month unfolds. You're focusing on magic, how much magic shows up for you and how it permeates out around you, and other people receive magic. Now, they may not realize it's magic, but um, let's see here. What is this one? This is Norma Jean. Honestly, a lot of us from different buildings are watching the eclipse. We all talk to each other in awe of the eclipse. Bunch of adults, strangers acting on the childlike awe. Beautiful. See, now I'm wishing I had gotten my glasses and went out and watched it. But I was on a Zoom call when it was happening here. And so it wouldn't have been possible. But maybe I could have just popped out for a second. But, that's one of those things that there's no point in stressing or worrying about what you did or didn't do, because it's a whole new day, right? So obviously the being on that Zoom call was what was intended for me to do for the day, right? So the journal prompt. So as you're thinking about all these amazing things, and anybody that's watching the replay, put hashtag replay, and you can answer these questions in the comments as well. I would love to hear, what's going on for you. But think about a recent act of kindness you observed or received. And how did it highlight the beauty of the human condition? And it doesn't have to be something you saw right in front of you. It could be something that somebody shared with you that really made you think, oh, that's amazing. Or maybe you saw somebody post something on social media that something they experienced. It is anything that you've observed by seeing someone else. Good morning, Heather. I'm glad you're here. Just say something in the comments. Let everybody else know you're here. And so, what is there something that you've observed or received? Some act of kindness. And, I'm trying to think. Like yesterday, I had that act of kindness of the woman handing me the money, and I'm going to use that to get my my hanging basket of flowers to put outside. And that was, she didn't have to do that. That was amazing. And I loved it. And like I said, she was just so appreciative that I actually opened up on a day that I'm normally closed to accommodate her. But it was because I had such a busy schedule that I couldn't get her in, and she really needed to have this done. So I did that. So I opened up an act of kindness to her, and then she in turn did a kindness to me. And that's what happens a lot of times. Well, most of the time is that it's almost like it's a boomerang. You know what a boomerang is. You toss it out and it just kind of comes back, right? And so when you do this act of kindness to someone else, it boomerangs back to you. And the same for them. When they do an act of kindness to you, it'll boomerang back to them. And it not most of the time it's not, like they do it to you and then you do it to them. It's that if you do it to you, the kindness comes back from somewhere else. Or if they are kind to you, then somewhere along the way they're going to have some kindness brought to them. So it's not instantaneous. Sometimes it's, it moves around, right? And that's why we really have to be focused on the magic, because when we're doing things, a lot of times we don't even recognize that we have put something out there that helps create more magic for us. And, that's not why we do it. We do it because it feels good to be kind to others. And it feels good when people are kind to us, right? And so it's just a magical experience. And so this is the month of magic, being focused and paying attention, being grateful and loving that you can see the magic. And man, oh man, when you start seeing it everywhere, you just get so excited and you want to share. So really, I implore you to go into the group and share different things, because like I said, this is by paying attention to the magic, and by being appreciative of all the magic that comes, acknowledging that it's there. Like, remember, I said, if you step out of the car and there's a penny on the ground and you pick it up and you say, thank you for this penny, and you stick it in your bag. So, and I will say, I had someone on my podcast yesterday that she said she does the same thing, but she does it a little bit different. And so I can't wait to get that one out. But she says that, and she's a business money coach, I think. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, she says that when she finds the penny, and she tells all of her clients, so you can adopt this too, is that when she picks up the penny, that it's not a penny she's picking it up, it's $1 million. And so you give that penny the same excitement and joy that if you opened up your door and you looked down and there was this suitcase there with $1 million in it. Would you just pick it up and say, thanks? No, you wouldn't. You would be overjoyed and you would be excited. You'd be looking around, do you see what's here? I mean, oh my God. And so she says that if you get that kind of excitement, even for a penny, that the amount of money that will start showing up for you will be amazing. One of my friends' family took their children fishing, and when they catch the fish, they thank the fish and throw it back in. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I love that. So it's amazing to get to the place where you can be so overjoyed for something, even something as small as catching that fish, right? Or finding that penny, and just be appreciative. And noticing the magic and appreciating the magic creates more magic. And the thing that really solidifies it is going into the group and sharing for everyone, because every time you post some magic that comes up in your life, it helps the other people to have more magic and you to have more magic. So it's like the trifecta, do the three things, and it will exponentially expand that magic out all around you, right? And through you. And so this is our month of magic. And I promise you, if you do this every single day, the affirmation, the journal prompt, and the sharing, by the end of the month, you are going to be blown away with the magic that's showing up in your life. And so make sure with the affirmation, you put it on your index cards, your sticky notes, your whatever that is going to help you see it often and say it to yourself. And make, as you're saying it, there's going to be ideas and things that come to you. Act on them. Act on them. Okay. And then make sure you put your journal prompt in your journal, your notebook. Think about a recent act of kindness you observed or received, and how did it highlight the beauty of the human condition? And just write that out as much as you possibly can. And you are going to be so excited as the month unfolds with all the magic that shows up. And I promise you, I promise you. All right, so I've got that early client this morning. So this is as I've got to go ahead and pop off. But thank you so much for being here this morning. And I am so excited that you shared some of your magic with me. And I'm sharing my magic with you. Here's a trick I do. When I find a penny, I'm like, I have money. My friend says it's a penny. I said, well, you put a value to it. And I say, I have money. Different perspective. Yes, yes. Well, when you think about it, if you have $1 million, it starts with 1 penny. That's what I think I celebrate, because it's the start of all of it, right? Because it's not, you don't have $1 without having a penny. So it's like, you can either look at it as not enough, or you can look at it, it's the beginning of all of it. And then, like she said yesterday, Tasha, she said, just know that that is $1 million and value it and excited. She said, so if you see anybody in a parking lot pick up a penny off the ground and they're jumping up and down and they're shouting and everything, she said, that's one of my people. So we can be one of those people too. Just start doing it. All right. So you have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Mwah.